Thank you so much for stopping in. This transmission is a little bit behind the scenes, but I think I'm going to call it cleaning up some issues. Kind of taking a look back. They seem to be our guides, our universal energy team, and Yazi and the Galactic Coalition. They seem to be wanting to bring some of these things up. So I'm going to call it behind the scenes, but cleaning up some issues. This is the transmission channeling I have for you today. Humanity is at the point where you have been told so many ways to do things, how to meditate, how to manifest, how to be out of body, how to be love, how to be in ecstasy, how to. Now it is time for you to be. Recognize your soul light and embrace you. The mechanical part has been presented to you for many years. The learning that has been presented to you is called your spiritual life. It has been called enlightenment. If you have an awareness of the learnings but have not absorbed the resonance, your time has come for action. You cannot blanket everything anymore, can't cover it up. You cannot, you cannot cover up or avoid the forgiveness you need. If you haven't solved the issues that bind you down, it is time you take action. You will be given time to absorb your new state, a state of joy, because you have forgiven all issues. Primarily, you must take action. So you begin to accept yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Forgive activities, decisions, mistakes, violations, harms, failures, stepping on others for success, undermining others, misuse of power, being walked on, any activity or behavior that comes to your thinking. Face it, review it, accept that you did it or it was done to you, and forgive. Forgive the activity, others, and yourself. It is time for action on your part. You have had time to address this. If you have not, take action. There is no shame necessary. There are no excuses either. There can only be acceptance and then forgiveness now. You did all you have done within the level of your individual awareness and spiritual enlightenment. Balance is necessary for your sacred contract with yourself, with your soul body. You need to get forgiveness out of the way because you will realize you have conducted your life in the best way you did in the resonance that you were in at the time. And then you are able to understand there is no forgiveness necessary. Listen to this, you guys. There is no forgiveness necessary. It was a farce perpetuated on to all as another hurdle that needed to be accomplished, because all of the activities you acted through were your learnings, and you had to have them to get to where you are right now. You cannot avoid the forgiveness process because you must understand the process to know what you have accomplished. The process makes you focus on the details so you can get all the regrets all the confusions, all the mistakes, abuses, guilts, and foibles out on the table. So you finally dismiss them all, which leaves you, the soul body energy, in your true form of satisfaction and bliss. And you get back to the wisdom you entered this current lifetime holding in your soul body. You must understand that you constructed your life through the lens of growing up within the structures of dominance era energy. This influenced all things, and it was an era that is necessary for full humanity conceptualities that lead to full understanding in order to raise vibrationally so you are ready for the coming time of harmony. So you are accepting of the harmony resonance. Day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, you are becoming more tuned into harmony, joy, bliss, your soul body connection tuned into your personal consciousness that continues through your soul body, which is ancient wisdom. Mental thinking distractions about what has happened slows your resonance tuning. Acknowledge, accept, cleanse. You are the only one who can do this. Slow down, acknowledge what you are. It is your wisdom that you seek, and you will find it. It is in your soul body. That's where it ended. It is in your soul body. Your wisdom is in your soul body. So, very interesting. It's almost, when I was reading this, it's almost like you're getting, it's almost like we were getting scolded for being in that mindset. But then they explained the reason that you think you have to forgive, think that you have to go through all those gyrations in order to get to a more wisdom-like state, or a more blissful state, or a more ecstasy state, is that you had to forgive. And then they say we had to go through it because we prepared for our lives to go through the era of dominance this lifetime. And then they said, there is no forgiveness necessary. It was a farce perpetrated onto all as another hurdle that needed to be accomplished in order to reach your a new level of enlightenment, or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't that sound right? Doesn't that sound right? I mean, but it's because we are in the leaving, but we have been in the era of dominance, and that is exactly how we would have interpreted how to learn finding our wisdom, finding our bliss, finding our ecstasy, finding our harmony, all of those things. It was a farce perpetrated on all as another hurdle that needed to be accomplished. I want you all to remember that. Please, 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 please remember that. But we have to go, but they said, do it, but understand why you're doing it. Not to beat yourself up, not to be negative with yourself, but it is to get us ready. So we are more tuned into harmony. Awesome. And then we find wisdom in our soul body because we've shed all those unnecessary, the unnecessary burdens that were perpetrated on humanity. Can't be mad at it. You just have to understand it. And then this is it, your wisdom, the wisdom that you seek. Slow down, acknowledge what you are. It is your wisdom that you seek, and you will find it. Awesome. That's it. That's it. It's a very convoluted way of getting to where the point of the channeling. The point is that it was a farce, and right on that we know it now. That's it. Um, please like my videos. If you would like a personal session, please contact me at The Unlikely Channeler. And in the meantime, please stay tuned because there is a lot more to come.